episode of the FGW Podcast. As always, I am your host, Faiza Garba Wakili, and on today's episode, we will be having a core member who is from Akwa Ibom State, currently doing her NYSC in Minna, Niger State at Nigate University, Minna. She's going to be talking to us about life after university and as an NYSC core member. So welcome, Miss Voice. Happy Voice.
Thank you very much, Miss Faiza. Good to be here.
All right. So how was life after school? Like, how was it transitioning from a university student to an NYSC core member?
Life after school. It's something we can write on. Like, if you want to, life after school is a whole big stress. When I graduated in 2023, I waited for service. So in the process of waiting for your results to be out, doing clearance and a whole lot of this, you know that at that point you're on your own. Life after school is a welcome to reality. When I was in school, I was enjoying some benefits, right? I was enjoying some benefits from home. But after school, it dawned on me that I am on my own. Welcome to adulthood, where I have to take responsibility of myself, foot my bills, decide what to do. Then I was no longer under the control of my parents, where are you going to, why are you doing this, I had my life to live, footed my bills and the rest of them. So I actually tried applying for a job, but then the pay was not good.
Okay, that was before your NYSC.
Before my NYSC, yes. How did you stay at home for? I stayed at home for almost like a year, since 2023 to 2025. Wow. That was a year plus. I stayed at home. So I tried getting a job, some good jobs with like from 100,000 upward pay. They request for NYSC discharge certificate, and I had not gone for NYSC. So you can do something meaningful. Okay. I actually stayed at home. I assisted my mom at the shop. At some point, one law firm needed a secretary. So I felt like, okay, let me try. That was okay. I went, I was interviewed. The man accepted me, but the pay was low. Like, who works for 30,000 again? Even when minimum wage was increased to 77,000. So I told the man, no, I actually went the first day. I resumed work, but the second day, I didn't even tell the man I was not coming again. That was how I resigned. I just resigned. I resigned. And then at my mom's shop, I decided to run a POS. I got a POS, so if people come to buy something, I just printed the banner. I started running a POS while waiting for service, because if you want to work for something of 50,000, you pay transportation. Before you remove transportation and the rest of them, feeding while at work, the money is gone. So I just indulged in a POS business, and it was lucrative. Yeah, it fetched me something meaningful. You know, unlike here,
more than that pay that they offer.
More than the pay, and then you have the flexibility of the job. You can go to anywhere whenever you want. So if you're working for somebody, I go to work Mondays to Fridays, and he was expecting to come to work 8 to 6. Like, who does that? For how much? So I just stopped. My business was moving very fine. I was earning. At some point, up to a month, I used to earn about good months, for good days, like you earn like 5,000 naira, but days that are not very good, you can have 3,000, 2,000, but there's never a day you will not go with 1,000 plus. That was how good it was. I was like,
so talking about you going for your NYSC, how did you picture your NYSC? Like, what perspective did you have of NYSC before you got into it?
Actually, we've always known NYSC is it's fun, right? That 1 year is a year of fun. Year you experience, you explore, get to learn new things, meet new people, do new things. So actually, being in Niger State is, I don't want to call it a miracle. It's not a miracle because there's nothing really interesting. It was painful.
So it's boring. You said it's not interesting.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting being in Niger State.
Wow, okay.
So I actually wanted to be in places like Lagos, Abuja, or even in Port Harcourt. And then I had the opportunity of influencing my posting that's to the state I want. But the amount was huge. When they heard of the 77,000 naira, they had to increase the amount you pay for their posting to about 100,000. And I was like, if I pay 100,000 to work my posting, what if I don't get posted to a good PPA? I left it. So I registered. I waited for my call-up later. And 2 days to camp opening, that was on the 21st of January 2025, this year. I got my posting. I didn't check on my own, although my mind was skipping.
Where
am I going? And I didn't want to be in the East. So while registering, I included that I've gone to all the Eastern states. Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia. I didn't want to be in the East. I wanted the North, but not Central.
You wanted some experience from the North.
Yeah, the North, but not this North. North. Abuja, all the West, Lagos, all of those other Oshun, Ondo, those other states. So the day when I heard that color letters were out, my cousin checked for me.
You couldn't check?
No, I couldn't check. Okay. I was asleep when he came and woke me. Baby, color letter is out. Okay, check for me. He checked. The first thing, he started laughing. He started laughing at me. He woke my other cousin. They started laughing. I was like, what happened? They're like, so you have to be climbing these hills. They rushed to Google, Niger State. They started seeing mountains, hills, stuff like that.
So they have never gone to Niger State. They thought Niger State only had hills.
We've never gone. What would bring us to the North?
Okay.
We've never
so now that you came, is it what you thought it was?
It's even more than what I thought it was.
What did you think it was?
Everything is extreme. Everything is extreme. The hills, I've seen the hills. It's just desert. It's a desert. I didn't know this part of it. I only thought it was going to be mountainous, but God, having to see deserts, no trees, everything is extreme from the harsh weather, to the food. I'm in a home away from home, in a distance away from the place I've been. So everything is new. The culture, God, the experiences I've had let me start. When I left camp in January, let me start from the camp, the cold. I said everything's extreme, right?
Yeah.
In camp, it got to a point that I was not having my bath during the day. In camp because of cold. You bathe at night and then you bathe again at night because of cold. So I didn't have to, I wasn't having my bath. You woke up in the morning. The weather was just very chilly. We know it was Ramadan season, right? But it was not like that in where I came from. Everything was different.
So how you perceived your life as an NYSC Corps member? So you're telling us it is more than what you actually thought it was.
Yes, it's more than what I thought.
In a positive way or in a negative way?
Both. Positive and negative. Okay. I envision my NYSC year to be full of interesting experiences. That's if I'm in places like Lagos or Abuja. There are a lot of fun places to be, good PPAs and the rest of them. But I happen to see myself in Niger State.
So what does she mean? What does she mean?
Okay, that's in the bad aspect, right? But in the good aspect, because I wanted to be in a school all my life. I wanted to be in a tertiary institution. Even when I left school, even though I'm a mass comm person, I'm a graduate of mass comm, I don't want to venture into, I don't want to be a broadcaster, I don't want to go into broadcasting, but I can be in the print, I can write, but not necessarily working in a print media. So I wanted to be in a school. Yeah. So getting to Niger State, when I actually left camp, I was posted to COE. College of Education, Mina. And when I got there, they told me I should be in their radio station. I didn't actually like that. I would have accepted it, but the conditions they gave to me were not favorable. I told them, please reject me. I got rejected. And based on my degree, so I spoke to somebody, the head of media and publicity, Mr. Sam. So he spoke to the ZI, who said she was going to post me to FUT, Federal University of Technology, But then I considered the distance from where I was staying. I said, no, it was too far. Yes. They posted me to Newgate University, And then it's like my dreams came true. My aspirations were turning to reality. I wanted to be in a school and I was posted to school. I was happy. Everybody thought, people never believed I'll be posted to a university you get. So at some point when I was in the family, I was at Nigerian NCCF, Nigerian Christian Corpers Fellowship. When I was there, a girl told me, what makes you think you'll be posted to a university? And we even told you'll be allowed to teach. I synced that in. Yes, I didn't say anything. I left it. That was so embarrassing. That was so undermining and condescending.
What does she mean?
What does she? I just left it. I processed everything on the ground until the day I left from India. They were surprised that, I finally got posted to the place I wanted. So my NYSC posting, my NYSC year, it's my dreams are coming true, right?
Okay. So while you were in camp, before you were posted to your PPA. What was your experience, both the good and the bad? Tell us, so that those of us that are about to go will know.
I love the fact that you included the good and the bad. Camp is an interesting place to be. You get to meet people from different cultural and ethnic backgrounds, people from different places. They all happen to be there.
Different demographics.
Sharp. When I was in camp, it was fun. It was enjoyable. But I didn't really have fun because I was very much occupied. I was a member of the OBS, that's Orientation Broadcasting Service, and I was the head of news department.
Okay.
I had a lot of tasks, a lot of responsibility. I had no time for fun. Social activities, I was not participating. The only thing I did was I represented my platoon in volleyball. And so combining that with my role as the head of news, OPS news department, it was very tasking for me.
The whole thing was
overwhelming. And every event that is happening, I was always on my phone, typing with my pen, my jotter. I was always writing. And then the head of media would be like, like my lecturer in school used to say that today news today. The newsroom is like a psychiatric hospital. Everybody shouts, you can be screamed at any time. So the man was always on my neck. The news has to be ready 30 minutes after the event. And it wasn't just one event.
They want it to be timely.
God, timely, so it will be posted.
So you don't have like a team that you work with to do that? Is it only all on you?
It was not solely on me, but then when your team members are not living up to expectations, that was because some of them were not mass comm graduates. They just came to OBS because they wanted to avoid parades and training. So they are not, the intricacies in mass comm, they are not used to it. So they don't know how to write. You give somebody something to write, the person will write an article, and then you submit it. The man will question me because I am the leader.
Yes.
Why is this like this? Yes, so I have to take it upon myself, most especially for some interesting ones. Like when the traditional rulers visited and all of those ones, fire service, major people like that, dignitaries, it was all on me to ensure that the news was available at that time. So I didn't have time. This activity is happening here. This one is happening here. The only thing I did, I would delegate some person. Please cover this. We just get the facts from me outright. So I didn't have time. When it's time for food, time for maybe you go to get, like, I don't even go there because I'm working on something. It was very stressful for me. It was stressful. I didn't have time. So it was interesting.
So, basically talking about, the consequences you had to face if the news was not published. So what about those of them that were not able to meet up to the task? What consequences did they meet?
When you work with a team, the success and failure of that team depends on the leader. So if your team fails, it's the leader. The team members will not be questioning. They'll be like, you did not perform your role as the leader perfectly. So I always had to ensure they'll be always on deck to ensure that things go smoothly. And even when they fail, you don't need to, because you're a leader, you won't sit down and watch your team members not performing their task because it is you that will be queried. Whenever I see that they were not living up to expectations, I'll just jump in, fit in those roles, take up those responsibilities so I'll not be queried. I don't like when I'm saddled with responsibility, I don't deliver
able to meet up.
So I don't like it. I was always very active. I was multitasking myself. That was just what happened. And on the other hand, the other good part is sweet and bitter. When I got to camp, the food aspect. Now, when I got the food aspect, that was a welcome to the north. One of those days, I think that was the first evening where I asked to come get dinner. I saw some things that were wrapped in nylon. Initially, I was thinking it's fufu. It was white. We are used to fufu in the south. Okay. I was thinking it's fufu. So when I got there, I got fufu. I got okra soup. I went to the mommy. I went to mommy too. I got a table. I opened the stove. I noticed it was like very it was not sticking together. And then I was like, what is this? They said it's tuwo. I was like, what's tuwo? Then I was not even able to pronounce it. I was pronouncing it towu. What is this tuwo? Wow. I said it's made of rice. Like, how do you pound rice and somebody swallows it? God, it was very, very terrible. Like, I was disappointed that day.
No, you did not get the sweet one.
I was disappointed that day. She was like, who eats this? So is this what I'm going to be eating for the rest of my the 1 year? So I was disappointed. I went to my social media handle, I just posted. People laughed at me. They're like, welcome to you not. Sorry, you get used to it. Stuff like that. It wasn't nice, seriously. And then leaving camp. But now I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hope you've tasted more delicacies that were actually sweet on your tongue.
Yes. Like gurasa. I love gurasa. I've tasted gurasa. Tasted wara. I don't like masa. I know I like masa. It's bambara. They gave me bambara. I don't like bambara. I don't like bambara. But the food I've not tasted, I don't know, maybe because of the perspective I had from the first day, the tuwo, it's hard to eat that. I've not eaten the tuwo.
Maybe you should try it maybe from a good eatery. You see the
probably
difference.
You could give me one.
I'll recommend it.
Bring one.
Alright. So, currently there has been some kind of news going around about this core member lady that has been denied her certificate by the NYSC. So what can you say about that? Can you enlighten us, and what is your opinion on it?
You know, being a member of the NYSC is just like being in a public service.
Okay.
There are certain things you're allowed to do and certain things you're not allowed to do. We have different manuals, the code of conduct, which states what you're required to do as a serving corps member. But although she was not criticizing NYSC, she only aired her plight, how she was feeling, that the money she was being paid was not sufficient enough to cater for her basic needs. Like, who survives with 33,000 naira in this present economy? That was all she did. That was the only crime she committed. Oh, please, they should implement the 77,000. At least, even though we still know it will not be enough, but it will go a long way. It's far more better than 33,000. That was all she did. A crate of eggs is sold for 6,000 naira. So, are you telling me I should not eat eggs because I'm serving, because I'm paid 33,000 naira? No. If you buy eggs, minus 33,000 minus 6,000, that's giving about 27,000 naira. Don't you have other needs? Or will you just go for feeding? So she complained that, they should do something about it. And anyway, because it's not allowed, like I said earlier, it's stated in the code of conduct. You're not to speak out.
To speak out, what she did, was it criticizing the NYSC or criticizing the government?
She actually wasn't criticizing, like I said. Okay, do something about it. Improve the welfare. The welfare of core members should be improved. That was all she was demanding for, only saying.
And so by doing that, meaning she violated the code of conduct.
This is Nigeria. Because she's a poor man's daughter, nobody's there to speak for her. If it were children of, even if it were an official, a child of an official of NYSC that said that, would they have seized her certificate? No. The poor don't get justice.
So now she has to serve for 2 more months.
2 more months without pay. Without pay.
Wow.
God. That's the height of it in Nigeria.
Wow. Okay, so after your NYSC, what is your next plan?
Thank you very much for that question. I've already set my goals. Even since I graduated, that's one of the things a graduate is supposed to do. I set clear goals, the things I need to do, my aspirations, which is what's guiding my relationship with people. After NYSC, I want to go into lecturing. I want to be in the academics as a career. So the first thing I'll do is just go back, pick up my master's form. Before I even finish, towards the end of the year when I'll be passing out, I'll pick up my master's form. And then once I go back, I resume the master's. Once I start the program, I'll equally get registered with NIPR. I've already made findings, so I've been told of the processes. So I just want to build my career. For the future, it may not necessarily be for today, but then for the future, that's what you'll pay. So once I've started my master's, I would work. Not that I will not work, I'll work and be going to school and then get registered for NIPR while I still search around. So I won't just make my son can be idle. No.
Yeah, so it's actually, I don't know, but from what I know, let me say to the best of my knowledge, there are not much people that are actually interested in going into lecturing after their NYSC.
That's because they don't want to be in the academics. Like I said, it's just like you having this my national interest. Your national interest guides your foreign policy, right? So this is what I want already. It's not about that. Basically, out of 100% of graduates, it may be 20, that want to teach, want to go into lecturing. So I am one of that 20% that wants to go into lecturing. It's what I've always, since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be a lecturer. Although initially I wanted to be a lawyer, but when I didn't get admission into law, I was like, okay, I've loved teaching. While I was in school, I used to put my people together. They come to my house, happy boys, this, that. So I developed passion for teaching, lecturing, imparting knowledge. So that's where I want to be trained. And then I've majority of my friends, my senior friends, are either lecturers or teachers. And a teacher would always want his or her friend to be a teacher. Must be in that line. So they are grooming me. You hear them finish. Okay, when you're done, come and do this one. When you're done, come and do that one. Because they want to put me in that line. They want to see their products becoming one of the things they are. Okay, so that is it.
While serving at your PPA, what is one of your most memorable or best experiences here?
The fact that I happened to lecture.
Okay, like you said, you love lecturing.
Yes, the fact that I happened to lecture was the height of it all. NYSC is to provide you with work experiences, right? That's one of the things it provides with work experiences. And I'm happy to do that. I want to go into lecturing. Starting from this place, I was given the background. This serves as a background for me to practice what I have passion for. It was the height of it. Like, I was very happy there.
Wow.
A
dream come true.
And it was like a dream come true. And then my mind went back to those people that said, who even told you?
What's making
you think you can be posted?
I love seeing the look on those kind of people's faces. I love seeing the look on their faces when you actually achieve that thing that they don't want it, that they think you can make.
That's just how it is. They are very surprised. The day they got to know I started teaching, I'm lecturing, they were very surprised.
Of course.
And I've always had something in mind to tell them, but something in me keeps telling me, don't worry.
God's comeback is better.
Yes, it's better. You don't win by words, you win by demonstrations. Just leave them.
Action speaks louder than words.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally, what advice would you give the incoming corp members, that's those that are graduating? What advice would you give them from your experience?
Okay, the same way I was given. When you go to a strange land, you're an outlander, try to be friendly with people there. You never can tell who will help you. That's the thing. You have to be good to people. If the culture forbids this, please avoid it. So when you go to a place, live by the acceptable norms and values of that place. Then aside posting, just be good to people. Be good to people. Build your social capital. No man is an island, right? And never underestimate anybody. Build your social capital. The people you know today, the friends you make today are the ones that will help you tomorrow. So you may say this one, he or she is not doing well. He or she is not from a good home. Never underestimate anybody. God can make somebody, a nobody, somebody in just a twinkle of an eye. So be good to people, be nice, help people. Kindness pays, although we may not see, it may not come that fast, but kindness pays. Do what is right. We do the things that are acceptable in society, and that's just it.
All right. So from what she said now, we should all try our best to be at our best at anywhere that we go to, and also respect people's culture. That is very important. I actually saw a movie about NYSC Corper members that went to a foreign land, and they were actually told that okay, they should not do so thing. But one of them was now saying, like, in his own land, their tradition is an abomination. So he committed an abomination and he started, facing consequences. But that's right the way though. We've gotten the main point now. So, to those of us out there that are graduating from university, this can be really helpful and insightful to us. So thank you, Ms. Boyce, for joining us today and giving us your insight and experience.
Thank you very much for having me. I was glad when you told me of the interview. Thank you very much.
All right. So thank you for joining us today, and see you soon.